Good morning, children. Today I am going to teach 4th standard EVS. In that lesson, human body. Children, you know that our body have so many parts: eyes, ears, nose, lips, hands, legs. These parts we can see and touch. They are external parts. But some parts are there like heart, kidney, lungs, and so on. They are internal parts. In this lesson, you are going to study about the external parts and the internal parts. In the lesson, human body. Okay, let's start the lesson. The human body is like a perfect machine. It will be work. Like a machine, our body is composed of different parts known as organs. What we call that? We call it as organs. Each organ performs a vital function. Every organ in your body involved in particular function, and together they work as a team, isn't? Yes. In our body, some organs are there that we can see and touch, or the organs, they are external organs. Okay, now children, here organ that we can see and touch are called external organs. Example, eyes, we can see and we can touch. Ears, head and nose, hands, legs. They are the external organs, children. Internal organs are the organs that are inside our body. Example, muscles, which is present inside our body. Heart, lungs. In this chapter, we will study about 7 major organ system. What it is present in our body and what are their functions. Okay. So, in this lesson, we are going to study about 7 major organ system of our body that help us live a healthy and active life. Okay. The first thing is the skeletal system. Yes. As you know that the skeletal or the skeleton that gives a shape to our body. Is it? Without skeleton, we cannot get a proper shape. Okay. The skeletal system. In the science lab in your school, have noticed that it has consist of the structure of the bones. It was displaying. It is a model of a skeleton. Okay. The skeleton is the framework of bones in our body. What is the main function of the skeleton? It gives us shape. Isn't no children? The skeletal system provide a shape to our body. If your body want to be a shape, it should have a skeletal system. It gives shape. Not only shape, it gives support to the body. It also helps in our movement and keeps our organs safe. The skeletal system help in movement of the body, and it not only helps in keeping the movement, it also keeps our organs safety. A baby is born with over 300 bones. In the beginning, when the baby has born, it was 300 bones are present in the body. As the baby grows up, the bones joins together. They started joining. When he become an adult, 300 bones after joining, it become 206 bones. Okay. The bones in our head present, we call them as skull. The bones in our head form the skull that protects our very well developed part, that is a brain. Okay. The rib cage protects lungs and heart, and backbone or vertebrate is made up of 33 bones. As you know that, children, the skull, what it is present, that is protecting our brain, because brain is very delicate organ. And the rib cage part that protect our heart and lungs. And what we have, backbones, they are 33 in numbers. Okay, the bones are held together and they have joints. They will be joined that protect, and they have joint and help us to move and bend in different ways. Here our bones are held together at the joints. This joint will help in movement and bending in different ways, isn't? Example, if you see our elbow, our knees have a hinge joint, our shoulders, our hips have a ball and socket joints. They helps in movement, for the easy movement. They helps in the movement, isn't no, children? Yes, they helps in movement of the body. Okay. So this is about the skeletal system. The skeletal system provide a framework. It give a support and shape to the body. It has 300 bones in the beginning when the baby born, and then after joining it become 206 bones. This skeletal system protects some of the delicate organs in our body. They are brain, heart, lungs, etc. The bones are joined together, the joints. They help in movement of the body. The next is muscular system, where it has consists of muscles. The muscular system, our body has about 650 muscles. These muscles, you know that where it is present, it is attached to the bones. For the bones, the muscles is attached, and together they make all movement in our body, like bending the arms, knees, etc. In our body, children, there are two types of muscles are present. They are voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Means the muscles which is in our control, they are called as voluntary muscles. The muscles which is not in our control, They are involuntary muscles. That are in our control. They are voluntary muscles. Example, the muscle of arms. If we want to bend, we will bend arm, legs, fingers, toes. They will listen our words. They are voluntary. They are in our control. Like the hands, legs, toes, fingers. They show the movement when we are needed. But some muscles, they are not in our control. Here, which we can't control. They are heart. Heart muscles, they will beat continuously from the birth to death. They are not in our control. Chest muscles, eye muscles, stomach muscles, they do their work without listening of anybody. They are involuntary muscles. They are not in our control. We call that muscles as involuntary muscles. These muscles move on their own. Okay. So children, the muscular system, we have 650 muscles in our body. The muscles attached to the bones helps in movement. There are two types of muscles are present. One is voluntary muscle and another one is involuntary muscle. The muscle which is in our control, we call it as voluntary muscle. Example, hands, legs, or the voluntary muscle. The muscle which is not in our control, they are involuntary muscle, heart, chest, eyes, stomach, and so on. Come to the third system, it is a circulatory system. The circulatory system consists of heart. It will be circulate the blood, nutrients, so many things in our body. The circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels. As you know that heart is present in the chest under the rib cage, is it? Heart functioning is they pump the blood to all part of the body with the help of blood vessels. Blood vessels called veins and arteries are present. They bring the impure blood from different part of the body to the heart. That is, the veins carry impure blood from different part of the body to the heart for purification. The heart sends the blood to the lungs to purify. Heart functioning is only pumping. The heart pumps the blood to the lungs for purification. And the lungs will purify the blood again. Purified blood come back to the heart. It will be pumped to the whole part of the body by the arteries. Here pure blood will carried by arteries to all part of the body. Okay. So arteries also carry oxygen and food to different part of the body. Okay, children. See, in the circulatory system, you learned that heart has plays a very important function in pumping the blood. Veins carry deoxygenated blood to the heart, where heart pump and send the blood to the lungs for purification. Again, the purified blood from the lungs come back to the heart. From the heart, again the blood is pumped to different parts of the body. This is the circulation, circulating. Now, the respiration. As you know that we need oxygen for respiration, isn't? Respiration enable us to breathe, taking off oxygen, giving out of carbon dioxide. The air we breathe through the nose or the mouth goes to the windpipe. As you know that we need oxygen. We inhale the air from the nose, sometimes from mouth. That will enter to the pipe. We call it as windpipe. This pipe is connected to the lungs. If you see in this picture, you can came to know that the windpipe is connected to the lungs. The lungs absorb oxygen, which is transported to all the part of the body. The lungs receive impure blood. Impure blood means it contains carbon dioxide. That is a impure blood, which we will not take. Then we exhale the carbon dioxide through the nose. What we call this process? Taking off oxygen, giving out of carbon dioxide. We call that process as respiration. We call that process as respiration. Very good, children. So respiration enable us to breathe. The air enter from the nose and sometimes from the mouth. This enter to the windpipe. The windpipe is connected to the lungs, where the lungs will absorb the oxygen, okay, which is then transported to all part of the body. Likewise, the respiratory system will work in our body, children. Now the digestive system. What we eat the food, it should be digested. We call that system as digestive system. Okay. The food that we eat, it should be broken down into smaller pieces for getting the energy to the whole body. The food that we eat is broken down by our body into simpler forms and then absorbed by the blood. That process is called as digestion. As you know, children, you will eat the food. The food from the mouth, it enters to the pipe-like structure we call as esophagus. And then the food enters to the bag-like structure is called stomach. In the stomach, the digestion of the food will take place, and from the stomach, the food moves to the small intestine, where there is a complete digestion of the food will takes place. And then from the small intestine, the food comes to the large intestine and ejected out from the body. Look here. Digestion begins with mouth. Yes, you are going to eat the food. The digestion will start from the food. We break the food into small pieces by chewing it with our teeth. Teeth helps in chewing the food along with dirt. In our mouth, saliva is present that makes the food soft. The saliva from the salivary glands lubricates the passage of the food and break down the food. That is nothing but carbohydrates. Afterwards, the food, when it becomes soft in the mouth, it moves to the food pipe. We call it as esophagus or the food pipe. And then into the stomach. It will move to the stomach. The stomach produces the digestive juices that will be break down the food, that is semi-solid mix. Then the food enters into the small intestine where there is a complete digestion of the food will takes place. Here it is mixed with some of the digestive juices present in pancreas, present in liver. Afterwards, the food after the digestion, when it will move to the small intestine, here it has absorbed by the blood vessels that is present in the small intestine. Children, small intestine has number of blood vessels are present. When the food falls on it, complete digestion of the food will takes place. Here, food is absorbed by the blood vessels present in the small intestine and sent to the rest of the body. Okay. The food that is not digested, that will move to the large intestine and the extra water is sent to the kidney and finally it will be ejected out from the body through excretion. Okay. And then the nervous system. As you know that we human beings and animals have very well developed nervous system. It has consist of brain. It's very intelligent part. Spinal cords are present. Nerves are present. Whatever the activities it will be goes on, it was controlled by the brain. We see, hear, walk, think, learn. This is because with the help of brain. Okay. The brain is joined to the cord. We call that one as spinal cord and other part of the body through the nerves. These nerves will carry the messages to the brain from different part of the body. For example, if you touch the hot object, the nerves will carry the messages to the spinal cord and then it goes to the brain. Like that, it will carry the messages to the brain. The brain then processed and again it sent the signal to concerned part of the body. As if you touch a hot object, the nerves present in your body give the messages to the spinal cord, and the spinal cord give a message to the brain. Then the brain will instruct you have to remove your hand. So this is about the nervous system, which comprising of brain, spinal cord and nerves. Okay. So this is the most important system present in our body. The next and the last one is excretory system. As you know, children, whatever you eat the food, after the digestion, transportation, it should be excreted. It should be eliminated out from the body. The excretory system removes the waste product from our body. With the help of kidney. Our kidney main function is remove the waste. Excretory system remove the waste product from our body. Okay. The two kidneys are present in our body. These two kidneys in our body throw out the waste in the form of urine. Okay. The solid waste is removed from our body through anus. Our skin also remove the waste. Excessive water, salt and toxin, poisonous substances in the form of sweat. When sweat is coming, it removes the excess of water, salt content and toxic substances from the body. So excretory system mainly involved in removing of the waste from the body. It consists of kidney, which remove the waste in the form of urine, and the solid waste is removed from our body through anus. Our skin also remove excess of waste in the form of salt, toxin and sweat. Okay, now children, in this lesson, students, you learned about different system. The first one what you have learned is a skeletal system. It comprises of bones which provide shape and support to your body. The second one is muscular system, which comprises of 650 muscles. They include voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. They are in control or voluntary, which is not in our control. They are involuntary. Next is respiratory system, which has consist of nose, mouth, windpipe, where air has enters in the body and moves to the lungs for exchanging of the gases takes place. The next is circulatory system, comprises of heart, blood and blood vessels, where the main function of the heart is pump the blood for purification and send to the lungs for purification of the blood, and again sending the purified blood to different parts of the body. The next is digestive system. Digestive system has consist of mouth, esophagus, stomach, liver, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, and then it will be ejected out from the anus. Whereas the nervous system is a very well developed part, consists of brain, spinal cord, nerves, which carry the messages from different part of the body and sent to the brain. And the final is excretory system, which has consist of pair of kidney that helps to remove the waste from the body. and it has consist of the skin, which will remove the toxic wastes in the form of sweat. Okay, and the solid waste is removed from the body through the anus. Children, in today's lesson, we learnt about different system that is present in your body. I hope you all understood the lesson. In the next class, I am going to start the new lesson. Until then, bye bye. Have a good day.